BJ and Joe welcome you to Out and About on the Recumbents for February 8th, 2024. This is the mic test ride number 2. Failure number 2, rats. Let's ride. Okay, so we are going for microphone test, wireless microphone test number 2 here, and hopefully I've got that close enough to my mouth. It's supposed to have like 70 feet, so go ahead, Joe. So yeah, we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail, and we're heading south. Going over the Pop Cycle Bridge, P-O-P-S-C-Y-C-L-E, not popsicle, but Pop Cycle. There's a good view of the peak right there. That'd be a good test for our microphone. I think I got it all paired up this time. At least it looked like it. The receiver was blue. Basically what I found out is that you have to turn the microphone and the receiver on before you put it in the camera. So hopefully that's gonna work this time. And another shout out to my friend Roland in the great state of Mississippi. Kind of gave me a little bit more a clue of what's going on here. And I also found out something interesting. I thought that Roland was just yeah, well, not just, that's terrible. I thought he was just, okay, I'll try this again. I thought Roland only rode a fat tired standard bike, but come to find out, Roland's a fellow triker, and he's got a couple of real cool cat trikes, you know, a 700 and oh, what's the name of the other one? Can't think of it right now. I want to say Explorer, but that's not it. So yeah, so you know, so all this cool stuff, you know, came from a fellow triker, which is extra cool. But yeah, we're going down over here on the other side of this fence here is Fountain Creek. And on the other side is really ugly, and it's just the city of Colorado Springs vehicle, you know, storing facility and other things. But yeah, so like I said, hopefully I'm going to put the camera way out here, get it away from my face, so we can see if this microphone's going to work this time. You know, according to the instructions, there's supposed to be some sort of GoPro mount, but it doesn't tell you what it is. And the company that makes these microphones is Sportique, something like that. They don't really, you know, that you can't go to like their website and find out what's going on. So I take it they're made in China, which is not a problem, except for the fact that sometimes those folks like to really hide their, you know, how to get a hold of them. I did find a customer service email in the instructions, so I sent them a message today asking them about that GoPro mount accessory, and if they didn't have that kind of thing, or if, you know, where I could get it, you know, the current way I have it hooked up is I'm using a double USB-C cord, got the, you know, the connectors on each end, and one goes into the USB-C mount into the GoPro, and the other one goes into the bottom of the receiver. for the mic. So yeah, like I said, we'll find out if it actually paired up. It looked like it. They both stopped blinking, so that's a good sign, I guess. Okay, I got to switch hands here because I got to gear down. We're on the Fontanero Street bike trail or bike lane at the moment, and we're heading up to the Mesa Springs Trail, and then we'll turn south again. Right now we're heading east, going under I-25, so it's going to be a bit noisy. But yeah, on the last video, I definitely did not have the mic set up right. So hopefully this will work, and I don't need the extra mod, because according to Roland, the case that I sent, case that he sent me, is the extra mod, and he's probably right. But it doesn't look like that on the on the instructions, so I thought I'd ask anyway. You know, it's really dumb, you know, with as many people that have GoPros, you know, it would just make more sense to go ahead and include it. You know, they included the adapters and all that, wires and all that stuff for all your iPhone and a regular camera, you know, like a digital camera, full size, you know, and they included all that, but they didn't include the one for the GoPro, which probably has more, you know, fans and more users, you know, users. If you ever saw the movie Tron, users is a dirty word, but that's, like I said, now we're on the Mesa Springs Greenway, and the greenways are actually just, you know, they're, well, as you can tell, lots of grass, lots of trees. That's all the amenities that they have. So they're not, I like to call them paths, not really trails. That's what I would call this. I would call this the Mesa Springs Greenway path, not trail. Although technically, some people say that a trail is dirt and a path is, you know, concrete or asphalt. So all these trails would technically be paths. But either way, they're all MUPs, MUPSs for multiple purpose. Or I guess if it's a trail, it would have to be a MUT. You know, multiple user trails, multiple user paths, which means you can get a little everybody on these paths. I mean, you can get dog walkers and regular walkers and runners and joggers and skateboarders and scooter people and the scooteristas, as I've heard them called. As you can see, it's a lot of green. And this is really nice because on this wall over here, okay, I'm looking in my mirror here, sorry. On the other side of that wall is I-25, you know, Interstate 25, north and south. So it's nice that they, you know, built the walls up to try to help the sound out a little bit, but you know, the sound of the interstate really does so well. A little behind view here. Passing. Thanks, sir. Give you a little long distance shot, kind of, you can see where the path goes. When we get up here, we got to cross Uena Street, which is a, one of them 8-lane specials, or more like 6 lanes across. Going down a pretty good clip here, so got a bit of the bumpy going. That'd probably be another thing too, when Joe finally hits her Powerball, we get our brand new full suspension trikes. That'll probably help as far as the balance for the camera. But it's just really great that this GoPro 6 has actual EIS stabilization in it. Gratuitous picture of Joe. Yeah, the only thing that's a little bit wonky about all this equipment is, man, it takes you forever to get it all hooked up and going, and it's not like the old days when you were a kid, Yeah, you didn't even care what kind of clothes you had on. You just jumped on your bike and you headed off. Now, gotta have bicycle clothes and specific helmets and gear, and we also set up our walkie-talkies, so we've got communication. We are like too technical, yes, as my wife just said. We're too technical. Okay. All right, well, hopefully you're able to hear my voice, and real nice and clear, even though I've got this thing at arm's length. But yeah, this case he sent me is made by a company called Movo, M-O-V-O, and this is the GPR-5. And what's really cool about it, though, is it's got a space underneath it where you can tuck the mic transceiver, and then it's not just hanging, and getting beat up. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Yeah, like I said, we're just kind of taking it easy and doing another mic test, see if we can see if BJ can get it done right this time. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that take real easily to new tech. I have to fumble my way through really badly. Thank goodness there's patient people like Roland. I can ask him all the stupid questions, But yeah, like I said, we're on Uena Street, and this is a real long light. It's a long light. Okay, we get to go. Yay! Oh, bounce, bounce. And of course, the pavement is not smooth at all. We got a rough transition here. Bounce, bounce. Yep. But yeah, that was the number 14 bus that passed us by. But it's really weird. A lot of them been using the. We have this shuttle for downtown called the Zeb. Short for Zebulon Pike. Who's the guy who supposedly discovered Pikes Peak. So that's all I know. And so they call the bus the Zeb. But it's supposed to just be a downtown shuttle bus. We've noticed that they're starting to use them for regular service buses for some reason. Yeah, this is an old side, old path here, so everything bounces up and down really bad. But that's okay. It's way better than dirt. We don't like dirt. Dirt kind of sucks our rock. Passing. Yeah, we're gonna do another microphone test here. Right now I got the camera way over my head, so I'm doing a from above shot on Joe here. Sorry, had to lean a little, had a quick little corner there. because you know, it's got much better wind protection. And because I don't know if you saw the video yesterday that we put up, you know, I didn't have it hooked in, so you know, the microphone for the wireless microphone has the cat hair cover, you know, which is supposed to kind of help you drown out the wind. Hey Joe, make sure your parking brake's all the way off. Okay, because you're going click 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 for some reason. But yeah, it's always really hard to find a you know, to find a weird noise on a trike, because there's a lot of moving parts. Plus, you know, we have bags, or you know, panniers or saddlebags, whatever you want to call them. The bicycle name is a pannier, but we rode motorcycles for years, so sometimes I forget and call them saddlebags. That's the path that goes over I-25. And then it goes all the way up to, or all the way over to Monument Valley Park. Yeah, that's where you would go. You'd be up there in the sky. But we're not going that way today, so might on the way back. But right now we're heading towards Manitou, which is kind of at the very bottom of where the foothills start. A lot of Manitou's actually in the foothills, where most of Colorado Springs, except for a few places on the west side, are actually on the prairie. They're on the flat. As I like to say, we live in Colorado Springs, which is a town or a city that has that is basically one shade greener than extreme western Kansas, but it has a really pretty background. We've got, you know, the Front Range, you know, and here we've got, you know, Cheyenne Mountain and Pikes Peak and a couple of the other peaks on the other side of Pikes Peak. I don't know what their name is though. And I haven't been able to figure it out yet. I gotta find me a graph of the 14ers and see if I can figure that out. Yeah, like I said, we're running right along the wall here. On the other side of that wall is a very noisy, insane I-25. So it's nice that they did this. Do a little bump, sorry. Yeah, that's where the concrete, you know, gets pushed up by tree roots and stuff. So, and I didn't catch it quite fast enough. Okay, well, we're coming to the end of the Mesa Springs Greenway, so we got to jump back on a bike lane. And we'll probably go up to the Walnut Street bike lane. And then we'll take that over and we'll pick up the Midland Trail. Yeah, lots of bumps, folks, sorry. Lots of bumps. Anytime we have to transition from you know, concrete to asphalt, or asphalt to concrete. Sorry, I can't talk today for some reason. The transitions can be pretty rough. And the streets are always rough here. It's not that the city doesn't try, but just like every city of any size, it doesn't have enough money to repair all its roads. We got to stop here. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, I didn't gear down. I should have geared down. But yeah. So we're passing Spruce and And we're technically on Platte Avenue, and it really seems weird that this is Platte Avenue, because if you go across, you know, the highway, Platte Avenue is a really busy, insanely busy street, you know, and here there's like nobody. So yeah, I do apologize. I like to throw little quotes from a movie into my videos, and that nobody was from Spaceballs, which, if you haven't seen Spaceballs, you need to go rent it ASAP, because Spaceballs is probably one of the funniest films ever made. Rick Moranis' Dark Helmet, not Darth Vader, but Dark Helmet. So now we're on the west side of Colorado Springs, and we're heading down the Walnut Street bike lane. As you can see, bike lane. You got a stop sign here. You gonna tell him to go or what? If you're gonna, you know, if you're here first, you're supposed to go. Okay, well, then if that's the case, tell them that they can go. Because they'll sit there and look at you like, why ain't they going? Got to communicate. But yeah, so like I said, it's a warmish day. It's not bad. It's like gonna be like high 40s, possibly 50 Fahrenheit. We had some clouds this morning, but they've gone away, which is really nice. Get back in the bike lane here. There's a really good place to eat, but they only do breakfast and lunch, and that's it's called the Western Omelet Restaurant. They're supposed to be very famous for their green chili, which Joe and I can't eat because it's too hot. Like I said on yesterday's video, you know, Joe and I don't mind a little spice, but we don't do heat at all, you know. We don't like it. We don't like hot food. Yeah, that's I-25 up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on Walnut Street here. Although once we cross the street, we don't have a bike lane anymore, which is kind of a bummer. And but yeah, like I said, this is the west side, and if you turn right and you continue west, you'll run into Old Colorado City, which is a cool place to play tourist. Okay, we got a light here. Come on, baby. Got to be careful, there's always trucks over here. So yeah, we gotta go around this truck here. Yeah, luckily it's even though it doesn't have a bike lane, it's not usually really super busy. Every once in a great while, but most of the time it's not. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up probably the shortest trail in the whole city. We're going to pick up the Kacharis Trail to take us over to the Midland Trail. So what? Okay, so this is the Kacharis Trail right here. This is where it starts. Okay. So I will let you know that there will be homeless pretty much all over this trail. So if homeless people offend you, well, you might want to look away for a couple of minutes or so. But there's homeless, and that's just the way life is, you know. Well, no, they got stuff in the way. We'll go all the way down. Well, no, we can get by. Let's go here. This is the old way here. Oh, I gotta stop. As you can see, there's a homeless cart right there. But, you know, they gotta have somewhere to be, because the problem of it is that you can go to a shelter at night, but in the daytime there's no place for these folks to go, and the only place they could go is the city library, and they can't do that right now because it's being renovated. So they literally got nowhere to go, you know, all day. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's cold, hot, whatever, you know. And but yeah, before they built the other part, this was considered part of the Greenway Trail. Now I consider it the Guitarist Trail. And the minute we get past this area here, we're back on. Now we're on the Midland Trail. So it's a bit faster than the other, you know, than going all the way around and then coming up. Like I said, that's all there is to the Guitarist Trail, you know. It's really, really short. So yeah, we're gonna go down the Midland Trail, which is one of the 3 actual rail trails that we have here in Colorado Springs. Joe is going for, oh, okay, cool. Sure. We always like to wave hi to the police. You know, the police get a bad rap, but wasn't for them, it'd be a lot worse than it is. Oh, that's that new hotel they're building up in Cripple Creek. It's like a 300-room hotel. It's got an Olympic pool and all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, it's like, that's a huge step for Cripple Creek, I'll tell you. Be real interesting to find out where it's, you know, where the location is in Colorado, in Cripple Creek. Now, in the old days, Cripple Creek was just an old mining town, but now it's basically, I don't know how to say it, it's like the Las Vegas of Colorado Springs. Yeah, that's where you go to literally lose your money as fast as possible, because they may tell you they're the friendliest slots in town, but this is Colorado. This state's motto is, we are in the business to make money. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful state. Man, that's just no question. It is a beautiful state. And Colorado Springs is a pretty nice little town, you know. Well, it's not a town anymore. It's pretty much a big city now. It's full size. Maybe, you know, it's not metropolitan Denver yet, but it's getting there very quickly. So yeah, like I said, we're going right along Highway 24 here, and what this trail was for, or what it used to be, was a railroad from Colorado Springs to Cripple Creek. And then way up on that hill over there, where there's a bunch of really nice homes now, there used to be a really ugly old ore smelting plant. So they'd bring the chunks of gold ore from Cripple Creek down by train, and then they'd smelt it here, you know, in the smelter. So yeah, not melter, but smelter. That's weird, but that's how it's pronounced. So, but it took them a long time to clean that hillside up. There used to be like big gouges all the way down it, you know, to where the excess materials, you know, back in the 1800s, they had the idea of you know, actually doing anything to help the environment didn't exist. So they just dumped it down the thing. Of course, pretty much right into the creek, which is not very smart. But somehow they had a super fun clean, and they cleaned it all up and got it all back together, and now it's very expensive homes. But I wouldn't buy one there, because who knows what you know, what kind of stuff is underground there. But yeah, we're going to be going up this trail, and then we're going to stop at McDonald's and get ourselves a unsweetened iced tea. We don't have enough money for Starbucks. Now this is our poor time of the month. Well, poor time of the pay period. We don't get paid by the month, okay? We get paid by the second Wednesday of every month. So sometimes, you know, that can be 5, almost 6 weeks long between paydays. So it's rough. Howdy. I'm the slow guy. She's got E, says she cheats. Yeah, have a good one. But yeah, so like I said, so this used to be a railroad. Now I cannot tell you if it was a standard gauge or a narrow gauge. Something tells me it was more of a narrow gauge railroad. You know, a narrow gauge is smaller, you know, but it was a busy thing. I mean, you know, like a half a dozen trips a day between here and Cripple Creek, which is not that far, but it's all the way, it's in the mountains, okay? I mean, it's in the mountains. Not like here where most of the city's on the plains. Give you a little overhead back view here. Another mic test, because I have the mic on, flipped onto my coat right underneath. So like I said, hopefully this works. If it doesn't, I will have to admit I'll be a little disappointed, because it's just such a nice thing, you know, that Roland did, you know. I mean, I hope, you know, I mean, I try to you know, give back, you know. I mean, we can't afford, you know, like a GoPro 12, a new GoPro. So I've been slowly working my way up. Right now I have the 6, and I'm very happy with it. Except for, it's a bit on the clumsy side to get the SD card into the slot, because it's underneath with the battery. and where they have the power button on this is in a really bad spot. I mean, a really bad spot, because you need to grip right there to be able to slide the battery cover off to, you know, put the SD card or the battery in, you know. And every time you end up turning on the camera, because you hit that, you know, you hit the power mode button, you know. But yeah, got a cool little bench here. Sorry for the pail. There's a couple of pails, that's a shame. Like I said, we have a lot of homeless. But it's a cool little bench by concrete couch. It gives me another mic test there. And the shame about it is I won't know if it works till we get home. I don't know until I process the video, or you know, load the video segments. Because I don't know, you know, one thing that blew me away is that, you know, I always thought, you know, this thing took a continuous video, but these cameras don't. They take it in segments. You know. Yeah, sometimes the homeless folks are a little on the weird side. But bless their hearts, they have a hard life, you know. Some of them have mental problems, you know, and some of them have drug and alcohol problems too, you know. So, and you know, I cannot imagine, I don't want to imagine what it would be like to, you know, have to sleep in a, you know, under some blankets in Colorado in the wintertime, because it gets cold here, man. Especially like oh, there's like, you know, like in January we had like a week of, you know, 15 or more below zero, and that didn't count the wind chill. It was cold, baby. I got a cool black guy here. He's always riding this trail, and he's got great music. Yeah, that's him. He likes his music, boy. Good stuff. Now, I don't have anything against, you know, using doing music on your trike, you know, or your bike, if that's cool, but, you know, if that's what you like. But I like to be able to make sure I can hear the cars around me, you know. And sometimes, you know, you can, you know, like with a mountain bike coming up on you, you know, because they usually have knobbyish tires, you know, I can hear them coming, so I know not to move. But if you had your radio up that loud, your stereo, MP3 player, whatever they are, you wouldn't be able to hear that, you know, and you might move into somebody. So we don't do that. And I have to admit, you know, when we rode motorcycles, you know, we started off with you know, the old Sony Walkman type setup with cassettes. And I got so good I could just flip over the cassette and not even have to look at it. just you know, like automatically switch, hit the button, pop it out, put it back, and put the new one in, you know. Then of course they came out with auto reverse, which made it easier because you could run the whole tape before you had to pull it out and put in a new tape. Okay, well, this is the end of the current end of this part of the trail. So what we're doing, this is 21st Street. What we're doing is we're going down to Highway 24 here, because they have a crossing light where if you go up to the street that they want you to detour on, you know, you have to rely on people's goodwill that they're going to stop for a pedestrian crossing. which they don't very often. Like I said, you can see how what I meant by, you know, a pretty background, you know. This always makes it look like Colorado Springs is, you know, in the mountains. But no, you gotta go quite a ways before you actually get in the mountains. You know, I mean, another 10-15 miles. I think he's telling you to go, Joe. Try not to be, when we ride, we try not to be in a hurry. So okay, I got to gear down here because watch out, Joe, the exit ramp, yeah, see, that person should have stopped and let Joe by, but they didn't. But the exit here has a bit of a lip on it. You kind of got to get over that lip just enough, or otherwise it's a hard start. Is that a bell? I thought I heard a bell. Nobody behind us. Huh, weird. But yeah, so we use this, this is Highway 24, east and west. And this is, if you want to go to the mountains, this is your highway, okay? At least here in Colorado Springs. As they say, old Colorado City. Interesting fact. Old Colorado City here in Colorado Springs was actually the capital of Colorado for several years. Oh, we got a big old nasty piece of, I think that's a sign. When we come back, I'll try to drag it off. Ugh, come on. Oh, dang it. I'm stuck. I can't get back up. Okay, hold on. I might be able to here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that, whatever that was, that metal plate there, it pushed me off, and the rib was just enough that, yeah, I got, one wheel got pushed off the edge there, and I couldn't get over. Joe's got those balloon style tires, and I think that helps her, you know, for stuff like that. Me, I got really thin tires. Either that or Joe's just smarter than I am, and she got, I'm gonna go ahead and record. You guys got to check this out. These things are so bad. They are so cool. Check this out. Yeah. These things are so cool. There's Bumblebee. And then they got the big one here, boy. I think this is supposed to be Optimus Prime. It's just so cool. But yeah, so now what we're doing is, okay, that was 21st Street where we had to turn, come down to the highway. Now we're on Negal Street, N-E-G-A-L, something like that, street. And what we do is we use this back street to get over to 25th Street, where the Midland Trail starts up again. And then goes into Manitou Springs, and then it turns into the Creek Walk Trail in Manitou Springs. Somebody riding with no hands. You know, I can do that on a trike. I don't have to worry about falling over. But on a bike, I don't think I'd do that. I'd always have at least one hand on the, you know, on the deal here. Shot of Joe here. Do a mic test. Yeah, like I said, we can hear all the car noise. We're right next to Highway 24, Colorado Highway 24. That takes you up in the mountains. Takes you up to Cascade and Green Mountain Falls. and Woodland Park, and then up to Divide and Cripple Creek and or other towns. Oh, we got a big old patch here. We're gonna go around. They left us just enough to get by. Just enough to get by. But yeah, if you do end up going on Highway 24 in okay, what's the name of the darn town? I just said it. I hate it when my brain does that. Oh, in the town of Green Mountain Falls, there is an excellent restaurant called The Pantry. Used to be called The Parlor and The Pantry, but now it's just The Pantry. Their food is exquisite. Now, it's not, it's not hotsy-totsy food. It's good old food, but everything is homemade. I mean, everything. The salad dressings, the raisin toast, everything is homemade. We can't get up there very easily because Highway 24 is not really conducive to bicycle or tricycle traffic. It's just too thin up through the mountains. As you go up Ute Pass from Manitou Springs. Got a car behind me. So, okay, now we're back on the trail. This is 25th Street and Nagale Road. And now we're back on the trail. As you can see by the sign, it's the Midland Trail. Because it was called the Midland Railroad. Well, like I said, we're going to be stopping at McDonald's for our lunch. Our brown bag special. Especially this time of the pay period. The cool thing is we get paid on Valentine's Day, so I can take my wife out to dinner, which is great, I got a gear down here. We're going under 26th Street now. Yeah, forgive all the trash. As you can see, the creek's right there. But you got to be careful because there's always crap down here. Always. Yeah, see? It's so sad. The city just can't keep up with it. They would literally have to have a full-time person and a truck on every trail, or at least every main trail to be able to keep up, and they can't. I have to admit, I can kind of understand, if you're homeless, living here in the summertime. But boy, I'll tell you what, I really don't understand the idea of being here in Colorado Springs in the wintertime, except for, I guess, you just don't have any option, because it gets cold here. I mean, it does. It gets cold here. There's no messing around about it. It gets cold. Like I said, there's a creek down there. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, that, I mean, they got to have a place to stay, during the day. So if the city's not going to provide that, then you're going to have homeless, Going to cross several of these little bridges on this trail. Yeah, we're probably about 10 minutes away from lunch, because it's already 11:30, and I have to make sure I get food into Jo. She's a type 2 diabetic, so she can't exercise too long without having to eat something, because otherwise her blood sugar will just drop like a rock, and she'll be dizzy and totally disorientated, and so it's not a good thing. So we really have to make sure that she eats basically something small at least every couple of hours. We don't have a big lunch, we just got a PB&J with got a stick here I gotta get rid of. And it got caught up in my... Damn it. Oh, crud. Oh, man. Back up. Back up. Oh, damn it. Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a stick jam up into my wheel, so I had to move it, and it was not easy to get to. Like I said, this is old Colorado City, and now of course this is the ugly part, and you know this is a boneyard for travel trailers. Yeah, I mean, some of them are probably usable, but a lot of them, they haven't touched the highway in, 20 years. So it's kind of a boneyard, storage place and boneyard for RVs. Joe was nice enough to wait for me here. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna cruise up here and go to McDonald's and get our iced tea, and we got really lucky because not only is it nice and sunny, but the wind really is not bad at all. I mean, literally. And they said it was going to be windy, so probably will come in this afternoon. Yeah. Usually does in Colorado. We have the weirdest thing because of the mountains, the foothills here, the mountains and foothills. The wind starts out one way in the morning, but then it switches every afternoon. So a lot of times you get double headwinds, which is a bummer. Because you'd be thinking, oh, well, we can just on the way back, it'd be a tailwind. Nope, it's another headwind. And I got a campground over here. This is an old campground here. It's been here a long time, but it's always busy. Even now, there's a lot of people that live here permanently. You'll kind of notice them because they, they've got, they've got wood protecting the wheels and a lot of stuff, that you normally wouldn't have if you were, doing this. But like this guy here. You can tell he's put flashing all the way around the bottom, to keep everything from getting wet and rusting. Okay, like I said, we're almost there. Yeah. Still got 31st Street closed off, which is kind of a bummer. Now let's go ahead and turn here, Joe. Yeah. Just go around. I try to stay out of everybody's way here. So you got a really big turnaround here. At a really hard angle too. Yeah, like I said, we're in old Colorado City, just because there is actually a town called Colorado City down south on I-25. Park right here. Sadly, they don't have any outside tables or anything, so. Alright, well, little view of Pikes Peak there, although there's a tree in the way. So, this is where we'll stop everything, and we're gonna grab a bite, get a drink, and yeah, then we'll get back to you. Okay. All right. So for BJ and Joe, out and about on the recumbents, we'll be back. Bye for now. Okay, we're back. Go ahead, Joe. Oh, yeah. Oh, he is limping really bad. Got a bad leg. Yeah, we've got 3 deer over here, and 4 deer actually. And the one's got a really bad limp. That's a shame. Oh, there's 5 of them. Jeez, they're all over the place. They don't look very old either. Yeah, you do get some wildlife on this trail, because we're over those hills on the other side is the Red Rocks open space. And we're going right along the creek again, but you can't see it. So, but yeah, like I said, it's the Red Rocks open space, although that's really more for hikers and mountain bikers, because it's all, you know, off-road stuff. Now, some of it you could do on one, you know, like the off-road trikes, you know, like the Azub Tie-Fly X, and any of the, you know, any of the fat tire trikes. There's actually several fat tire trikes. You've got well, you've got the Sunseeker, you've got the Trident, the Ice, which is like the king of the fat tire trikes, especially for its price. It's like 10 grand. Ridiculous. And somebody else makes a trike too, but I can't remember who, or a fat tire trike, but I can't remember who it is. But yeah, we're back on the Midland Trail, and like I said, once we get into Manitou, the Midland Trail will actually turn into the Creek Walk Trail. Sadly, the Creek Walk Trail, though, doesn't go all the way through Manitou. They're slowly getting there, very slowly. They just built a new section late last year, but it only takes you so far. I think it takes you as far as like Mayfair Drive, and Mayfair Drive by the Manitou Springs Chamber of Commerce building. Then hopefully eventually they'll go from there up to the Manitou Springs Visitor Center and Park that they have there. Soda Springs Park, I think it's called, or something like that. But we don't usually go that far. We go up to Schriever, and then if we want to do the whole path, we'll you know, that's concreted, we'll follow it to the end, and then turn around into Mayfair. I don't know whether it's Avenue, Street, whatever, at the Manitou Springs Chamber of Commerce building. But on the other side of the bluff there is that's Highway 24. heading up to, like I said, Cascade, Green Mountain Falls, Woodland Park, Divide, Lake George, and then up into the real mountains, higher and higher. And but yeah, we're got another mic test here. Gonna put it way above my head. Get a little back view. Bring it down to here, and it's at arm's length right now. But like I said, this is one of the 3 established rail trails. Although, even though it was a railroad track at one time, it still feels a little more, all our trails feel like urban trails, to be totally honest with you. We really don't have any really cool, you know, trails like the C&O or all the Cowboy Trail in Nebraska, or you know, those ones that are like 200 miles long in Missouri. And that's just unreal. Or the state of Ohio has like 400 miles of trails that connect into each other. You know, and here Colorado is supposed to be, you know, a bicycling mecca, and yet we don't have any cool trails like that at all. Those are really cool because, you know, about every 25 miles they have towns, little towns that have, you know, little motels, bed and breakfast, restaurants, stuff like that. So you could, you know, you can make a couple days camping out of as easy as 50 miles, you know, or less, you know, probably. Or you could stay, you know, stay at one of the local motels, you know, and really spoil yourself. Gotta drop a gear here. Gotta do a bit of wicked turning here to get to Joe, that went a little too far. Yeah, now we're heading to Manitou Springs, and we'll continue, although the trail here turns into more of a sidewalk. But yeah, this is kind of the second half. We got our iced tea, and go ahead, Joe. Got our iced tea, and at McDonald's. Got to put in a plug for McDonald's, man. The cheapest large iced tea in the entire town, you know, is from McDonald's. You can get a large unsweetened iced tea for a little less than $2. Just can't beat that. You know, the iced tea at Starbucks is $4 1/4, or you know, any of the other little places that we stop. You know, it's about, you know, somewhere between $3.60 and $4 1/4. So to get it for, you know, $2, that's extraordinary. We need to come over, Joe. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. But got a killer view of Pikes Peak here, though. Now you probably can't see it, but just down the road there is the entryway to Manitou Springs. And over on the entrance to the Buffalo Lodge Bicycle Resort in Manitou Springs, and great place run by Tori and her family, and they really all the rooms are bicycle motif. They have led rides on Saturdays. They have entertainment. They have a full bar. You name it. I mean, so it'd be a great place to stay if you're coming to Colorado Springs. Okay, I can't make this turn like Joe can, so I have to back up. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but for some reason, her trike is a touring based trike, okay? And for some reason, she can turn sharper than I can. I don't know if it's just because her trike's a little higher, so the bars don't run into the seat quite as fast. Because that's, you know, on my trike, that's the limit of your adjustment or your turn radius, because the bars literally run into the seat. Now it's a pretty good turn radius. Oh boy, this looks ugly. Yeah, you know, the water comes up and gets over, and problem of it is that it, you know, it doesn't melt. Plus, too, they got this. They really didn't work out the drainage system for this part of this trail, which is a real shame. You know, I mean, they could have thought about it a little more. Okay. And this is always in the shade, so, you know, this time of year, it's actually pretty melted, you know, for what it normally is. But, yeah. Like I said, we are now officially in the town of Manitou Springs, Colorado. Great place. If you get a chance, I mean, the Springs is good. It's kind of a you know, cool, you know, thing, but Manitou Springs is happening, especially the downtown area. All kinds of places to eat, cute shops, you know. It's a real tourist town, you know. But if you happen to be in Colorado Springs and you just want to, you know, just kind of hang around and find some place to kind of spend a fun afternoon, check out downtown Manitou Springs. You'll be glad you did. Guarantee it. Okay, so technically we're still on the Midland Trail, but you'll see a sign coming up here and it will say Midland Trail, but on the other side it says the Creek Walk Trail. And it's called the Creek Walk Trail because it's right along the creek. Well, actually, this way it changes over to the Creek Walk Trail. But if you come to the other side of the sign, it says that it's the Midland Trail. So it's kind of the tale of two trails. And we got a breeze picked up on us, and got a pretty good wind now. As I said, there's this Creek Walk Trail, but if you come to the other side, voila, you're on the Midland Trail. One nice thing about the creek here is that you know, you can, I doubt the audio will pick it up, but you can hear it, you know, when you go by, you know. Or sometimes, you know, we go by the creek almost the whole way, but it you know, it doesn't make any real noise. Yeah, well, we'll get to test out the wind resistance of the of the bike here, because the breeze definitely came up. We'll go over to Shriver Park and use the facilities, especially after having lunch, and then probably head back to the barn, because I don't know what time it is, but it's like about 12:30. So we've done pretty good actually to get over here so soon, but got a feeling the wind's going to get a little stronger towards the afternoon, the heavy afternoon. Plus too, we've got a dinner date with our best friends, Ed and Diane Wing. We used to ride motorcycles together for years and years, and I wish I could have got him into, talked him into trying out recumbent trikes, because I think they would have loved them, especially, you know, one like Joe's with the e-assist, you know, because Diane would absolutely need e-assist. Ed might not, but he might. You know, and it's like, for me, I don't absolutely need assist, but I'd sure like to have it. Just enough to, hello. But yeah, I don't know the name of this little park. I'm not even sure it has a name. I think it's just kind of like a greenway system that's hooked into the, you know, the trail, or parked on the greenway system. But there's a nice place to just sit there and listen to the creek. This is really good because normally you can't see the creek because the brush is so thick. That's the one good thing about winter. It's the only good thing about winter. Sorry, we are not winter people. We like warm. Warmer the better. I'm sorry, and I know a lot of people don't, but man, I'd rather do 90 than do 39. So we're really fortunate for today though, because I really didn't think today was going to be worth riding. Because we wanted to ride yesterday, but the rain came in about about 8-9 o'clock. The rain came in and it stayed for 2 or 3 hours. So it and with the sun going down, because it's winter time, so the sun goes down quite a bit quicker. Well, it just kind of took it out of our range, to get in a decent ride. Because we do have to, we have to leave our apartment, then we have to walk for 1.2 miles over to our storage unit, get the trikes, load them all up and all that kind of stuff. So, that takes us pretty much about, if we're really good, if we're really got it down and we go, probably about 40 minutes. If we're not really on it, well, probably more like an hour. So see, that sucks up a whole hour. And then on the way home we have to do the opposite. We go to the storage unit, have to get everything put away, load up our cart, our pull cart. Okay, we carry Joe's battery home because our storage unit doesn't have heat, it's not insulated, and it doesn't have electricity. It's got a couple electrical plugs in it, but I'm pretty sure they don't work. Besides that, they're like almost on the ceiling. I need my three-step step ladder to access the darn things. But I might buy a one of them really heavy-duty 3-pronged thick cabled extension cords, bring the ladder over and plug. Hey everybody, this is BJ Ondo. Just want to say I'm sorry for the abrupt ending to this video. I ran out of SD card for the first time. I'm not quite sure why. Usually lasts a little longer, but just wanted to let you know why she quit so quickly. All right. Well, just thanks a lot, and hope you enjoyed the video. And hey, have a good one. Bye.